Hello everyone, I am Shubhram Bhattacharya and I would present to you my bachelor's thesis project on solar thermal desalination of saline water. First, I want to draw your concern to a global problem. The problem is of freshwater scarcity. Many countries are already facing this problem and in future, India may also face a similar situation. A solution to this problem is desalination, but all desalination methods require resources. Now, one resource that is available in abundance in most countries facing freshwater shortage is sunlight. So, solar thermal desalination methods are very appropriate for such places. In that, I did some literature review. There are two categories of direct solar desalination methods existing. The first type is the single effect basin still as shown. This has one chamber where saline water is stored. Sun's heat penetrating the transparent cover causes evaporation. The vapors condense at the roof of the chamber and slide along the roof to collect in the distillate channel. The other type is the multi-effect basin still. It has multiple compartments and each of them have a distillate channel. The condensing surface of a lower compartment is the floor of the upper compartment. Now, there exist several modifications to these two types which improve the quantity of freshwater output. Inspired by the first type, I started building my own prototype. The picture shows the simple schematics of my model. There are two tanks. Tank 1 on the left is to store the saline water and tank 2 on the right is to collect the freshwater condensate. Tank 1 has a glass cover to allow solar energy to penetrate. The connection line between tank 1 and tank 2 has a valve to control the rate of flow of moisture. Finally, tank 2 has an exit line to allow the air to escape after it sheds off its moisture. After this, I did a thermodynamic analysis of my model. For simplicity of analysis, two assumptions were made. First, tank 1 has thermally insulated walls and floor, and second, tank 2 has isothermal conditions which can be manifested using thermostats. So, in the analysis, the first equation is that of conservation of energy. Tank 1 is taken as the control volume. Energy input from sunlight equals the increase in internal energy of water plus the total enthalpy of the moist air flowing out. Here, the internal energy increase of moist air in the tank is neglected because the mass of the moist air is way less than the mass of water. The second equation is of mass balance. At any time, the mass of water left in the tank equals the initial mass of water in the tank minus the total mass that has escaped the tank till that time. The moist air escapes tank 1 with a moisture holding capacity same as the moisture holding capacity of the air water mixture in the tank. This moisture holding capacity is given by the humidity ratio omega 1 and by definition omega 1 is the ratio of the mass of vapor upon the mass of dry air. After this, the moist air that escaped from tank 1 enters tank 2. Humidity ratio in tank 2 is given by omega 2 which is lesser than omega 1 because tank 2 is maintained at a lower temperature. So, the moist air will shed off some of its moisture here and then escape tank 2. Now, the mass of vapor that condensed in tank 2 is equal to the total mass that enters the tank minus the mass that is left after the moisture is shed off. The amount of dry air in the flow remains the same. The equation is then solved accordingly. Finally, an equation for the amount of condensate with respect to time is arrived at. The equations are coded in engineering equation solver and the following results are obtained. This is the first case with the mass flow rate through the valve set at 1 grams per second, the initial temperature of water in tank 1 set at 30 degrees Celsius and the temperature in tank 2 maintained at 25 degrees Celsius. About 52 grams of fresh water can be collected in 2 hours. This is the second case. Only the mass flow rate through the valve is increased to 2 grams per second. Here, around 97 grams of fresh water can be collected in 2 hours. This table shows the third case. This time moisture flow rate is kept at 1 grams per second, but the temperature level in tank 2 is decreased to 10 degrees Celsius. In this case, 137 grams of fresh water can be obtained in 2 hours. This is the last case inspected. Temperature in tank 2 is kept back at 25 degrees Celsius, but the water in tank 1 is preheated to an initial temperature of 90 degrees Celsius. There is a large difference in the amount of freshwater output in this case. About 3 kg of fresh water can be obtained in 2 hours. After checking through all the cases, the following conclusions are made. The very initial setup does not yield significant freshwater output, but the yield can be improved by modifications. To do so, moisture flow rate through the valve may be maximized, the temperature in tank 2 may be decreased, and most importantly, the saline water in tank 1 may be preheated to a high initial temperature. This last modification in itself can cause a significant increase in the freshwater yield. Now here I have included the screenshots of the EES codes that I wrote to solve the equations and complete the analysis. In this slide, I have included the references of materials that helped me through the journey of my BTP. Thank you everyone for your valuable time.